Hello, Steve White, Trickboy89 for Steve Arts 89. Well, it was a fairly delusional interview from, what are their names? Kevin and Dan Hageman at Star Trek Las Vegas 2023. Okay, that's just the picture. The interview was more recent than Star Trek Las Vegas. It's pretty sad. Star Trek Prodigy was cancelled because it had such bad ratings and low views and didn't bring any new people to Paramount Plus. It just took up space and cost them money, so they got rid of it. That's how bad it was. And Netflix took it up because they need content. They don't want to pay to make their own anymore because no one can afford it. That's why Paramount is being bought by Warner Brothers. And God, it just gets worse. Yeah, they're talking about season 3 like it's going to happen. They're like, well, if Netflix chooses to order another season, I'm like, what? That's not an option. They're not going in production of this show. That was never the intention. That's not happening. And the level these people are operating on is like they're addressing the JC shippers, like the Janeway and Chakotay shippers, and they're like, now you have Janeway and Chakotay, what's going to happen with them? Are they going to smooch? I'm like, that's the level they're working on now, not exploring grand concepts or science fiction stories. No, it's like, oh, are the main characters going to kiss? I mean, that's the level we're at now with these shows. It's just sad. Now I'm looking for the quotes. It said there's no definitive end. Are we making season 3? No, of course, but we could make season 3. Yes, I think there's a lot to do with what type of appetite there is for Prodigy. Well, there wasn't an appetite before. You got the same fans who didn't watch it before who got all upset. And I remember seeing an interview, a review with someone talking about it and how important that they saved the show, and they happened to mention they hadn't watched the show and didn't watch the show. It's like, oh God. But yeah, they're talking about planning out 7 seasons of a show that's been cancelled at season 2. Now I know some shows have been cancelled and picked up. That has happened before, like Family Guy. It has happened, but they didn't pick it up. They're just showing it on the network. That's it. They didn't renew the show. It's cancelled. It's over. They finished the season. They were budgeted to do those 20 episodes. They finished them because they had to sell the whole thing as a whole package. They did it. That was the intent the whole time, was, okay, we don't want this anymore. If we can sell it to someone else, we make some money off of this, because we weren't making any money showing it on our streaming service. But if we sell it to someone else, they can lose money on their service and we get the fee. That's sort of the idea now. But he said, yeah, there's threads of what's next. If we're lucky enough to go to season 3, I'm really excited about where we can go. We wrote this thing to go 7 seasons at least. I'm like, wow, they're delusional. Discovery couldn't even go 5 seasons. I mean, they got cancelled in 5 seasons. They couldn't even get past that. And that had so much power behind it from people who were pushing it based on diversity. Yeah, so even Star Trek Discovery, which was like the flagship and had so much, so many egos involved in it, and so much saving face, involved in keeping that show running, and it's just that even that couldn't get, past 5 seasons. So the idea that this show, which obviously makes less money and has less viewers and costs a lot, well, I don't know, I mean, they do 20 episodes a season apparently, when the first season really was 2 seasons. I don't know why they didn't just say the first 10 was season 1 and the second 10 was season 2, and then they could have split season 2 into season 3 and 4, and they could have squeezed 4 years out of 2 years of production. Would have made a lot more sense. I don't know. These people, I mean, them and Nickelodeon, they do seem to have their own ideas about what they're doing. They do seem to be working sort of differently from the other Star Trek productions. So I don't know, but it's just sad hearing them talk about season 3 like they've been renewed when they're not. And I guess in theory Netflix could say, hey, if we throw some money at you guys, could you go back into production and give us another season? It's not impossible, but I don't think it's very likely, considering, I mean, Paramount couldn't make money out of the show. The only way they could make money out of the show was selling it to Netflix. And I'm just surprised Netflix fell for it. But I guess they need kid content or something, or I don't understand. I really don't understand. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I just had to comment on their comments because it's just like the denial that Prodigy fans have, like, oh, we saved the show because it's going to Netflix. They're just showing it there. It's not renewed. When it's renewed, then we can rejoice and talk about what we plan to do in season 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever. But it's not renewed. If they're saying, well, we're hopeful, but it just sounds delusional. Not hopeful, it sounds delusional. But I'm going to go.